Okay, so normally we do unboxing videos, right? Did a little unboxing of the Flip, this guy. But what I'm going to do today, really quickly, is do a boxing video because I am returning the Flip. So this little guy is going back as of today. First off, the gimbal, for some reason, is showing that it's stuck, and I don't know why, so I literally can't even fly it. So not sure what happened, but did not seem to do well, period. So really not a good drone in the winds. And for me, obviously I don't hate on DJI. I got hat, mic, Osmo Pocket recording this, all kinds of drones. So I really am a fan of DJI. But this drone just does not really have a place in my toolkit because it just seems to always not do well. And we have a lot of windy days here in Illinois, in northern Illinois by Chicago, obviously Chicago, windy city. But even in Hawaii, this thing would not be the drone to take out a lot of times because it's windy a lot of times. Even 20-mile-an-hour winds is not something that's great for this thing. So without further ado, it's going back. So the little hub getting returned. The Flip getting returned. And going to put it back in its box and send off to DJI. Pretty easy, 14-day return policy. So that's at least good. And I'll save my money for the Mavic 4 Pro Cine. But this drone, just so you know, don't necessarily hate the drone at all. Hate's a strong word anyway. I don't like to use that word at all, ever, in anything. So with that being said, it's just a drone that doesn't really do well in winds. That's pretty much a huge part of why this drone is not great to me, but it's a cool little concept. I don't think it's something that you would want to buy if you already have, as I said a bunch of times, or other people have said, a Mini 3 Pro or Mini 4 Pro. Kind of just the same thing and the same sensor. So really, unless you don't have any drone and you want to get into something that's kind of safe because it has the built-in prop guards, so that's a kind of cool feature. You're not going to get lacerated. You're not going to have to worry as much with kids or animals or something if you're new to drones and you want to just kind of fly on pretty nice, ideal condition days, meaning not a lot of winds. This could be the drone for you. It's still almost $800 if you buy it with the remote and stuff, but this with the RC-M3, which is wrapped up and ready to go back to, is under 500, basically 550 with the refresh for maybe a year. So it could be a good drone if you're new to the drone world and you just want to try something that's safe, kind of fun, kind of gimmicky in a way, but at the same time, if you do live in an area that has a lot of windy days, this is something I'd probably avoid. So this thing is going to go back in the box, and that's one of the things too. It's good to keep all your stuff kind of organized, so when it does come time to selling or possibly returning, you put everything right back neatly. This little guy goes right back into here. Boom, perfect. Got one cable. It's kind of a nice little thing to be able to put everything. See, even keep the little, so it looks perfect. It is perfect, minus the fact that the gimbal's stuck, not sure why. And we put this thing back. We have spare props. They go back in. We got the little, see if it focuses just for fun. Do you focus on that? Come on. There we go. Put the little screwdriver in for the props, which I never had to remove. And that goes here. Put that nicely back into the box. And then this guy, the actual drone itself, which is pretty cool. I mean, you can't not like the fact that they're doing something different. It's a kind of neat little design, but in my opinion, it's a fail for windy days. Put that guy back in nicely. Boom. The little manual. Even the little dry pack. Boop. And now everything nicely, perfect. Flip. I'm not going to be the flop thing, but see this guy? Now it goes back to DJI, and you may want one, I don't know, you may not, but just know it doesn't do well in the winds. It can be said a bunch of times, but until you're actually wanting to, like today I went for a walk, wanting to take this thing out and possibly get some footage and just mess around a little bit, it didn't do well. Super bad, not good, and basically not the drone to fly. You almost can't even fly it. So, and this is a 15 to 30 mile an hour wind day. So just be aware of that. Not the drone at all for winds. And it can cause a lot of problems if you are flying in kind of not ideal conditions. So with that being said, the boxing video to return to DJI. You got 14 days to return when you buy directly through DJI, so you're aware. And yeah, that's it. A little boxing video. Neo is staying with me for the win. And that's it, guys. Aloha. Bye.